Over the years, I've started a number of businesses, including online, brick and mortar, everything from sole proprietorship to corporations. So this week I'm going to be talking to you about how to brand and market a new business. So also make sure you stick around the end for a bonus tip that you don't want to miss. Hi, I'm Ryder, and on this channel I talk about leadership and personal development. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. I put out new videos every Friday and you don't want to miss out. Alright, so the first step is to pick a name, and that's not as easy as it sounds. So you got a bunch of different things to consider. You want to have a short and simple name. You want to have a name that describes what you do, so when you tell people your business name, they shouldn't have to guess what it is that you do. You also want to make sure it's available everywhere that you want to use it. So that used to be pretty difficult. You have to go and you have to figure out, is the domain name available? So your website, is the different social medias you want to be on available? And also you need to go to your Secretary of State's website if you're going to start a business and look and see if that name's available in your state. So quite a few things to do. Along the lines of the name, you want to make sure it's short. You want to minimize the number of syllables for a .com. Speaking of which, you want a .com. You don't want a .net, a .org, a .info, whatever it is. Because if you think about it, .com is built into your keyboard on your phone. It's built into your web browsers. You can hit like Control-Enter, I believe, and it automatically puts the .com on whatever you're typing in the search bar. So if you don't have the .com, you're missing out on traffic. So make sure you keep it short and simple. Make sure it's descriptive about what you do, and make sure you get the .com. Alright, and that sounds like a lot of work, so I'm actually going to put a link in the description below. I'm going to have a free download. I'm going to have the links to a website that will let you search for not only your domain name, but all the major social media sites all at once. So that'll really speed up your time of finding the name you want. And I'll also include a link to all 50 states for the Secretary of State site. You can go to their site, and what you're looking for is usually something along the lines of a business search, a business entity search. So you can go in there and search your name of your business for both all your online use and for use in your state. Alright, so the next step is to actually reserve your name. So you've got your name picked out now, and you have to get it reserved in all the places that you want it. So the first place I like to go is to reserve my domain name, and for that I used Squarespace most recently. I used to own a web design business. I know how to do web design, but for me the simple drag and drop methods of building web pages these days is just too easy and simple, and I like Squarespace. They actually give you a free 1-year registration for a domain name when you set up your web hosting. So I went through them, and that was a great choice for me. So see what else is out there, but that's what I like. Okay, the next step is your social media sites. So you want to have your whatever your business name is on all the major ones. So the big three are Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you definitely get your name there. The other ones to consider, depending on your target audience, is Snapchat. The younger people definitely gravitate towards Snapchat, and LinkedIn if you're doing more business-to-business type company. So also, it doesn't hurt to have your name reserved in other places. I don't use Snapchat, but I have it reserved because you never know. When Facebook first started out, it was all college students, and now my uncles and aunts and people's grandparents, people of all ages are on Facebook. So you never know how the social media world's going to change. So go ahead and reserve it any of the major players and go ahead and have that ready to go. The next step is to look at your state and or city. So as I mentioned, you might want to go to your Secretary of State, and that applies if you're starting something like a LLC, limited liability company, or a corporation. You'll want to go through your state, and for those, if you've never done it before, I'd recommend talking to either a CPA and or attorney. If you're just doing a sole proprietorship, all you have to do is go down to your city hall and they can walk you through how to do that. It's pretty easy, and you can also convert that sole proprietorship over to a LLC or corporation later. I've actually done that with a business that I had that took off for me. Something I personally like that's now available in every state is a single member LLC, and the reason I like that, it's very much like a sole proprietorship, so all your profits and losses are just basically added to your taxes, just like a sole proprietorship, but you have an LLC, looks better, sounds better, and gives you a little extra protection more than just a sole proprietorship. So that's something I personally like. Alright, so the next step is to get your logo. Personally, I've used BrandCrowd for my last couple of logos, and I really like it because you can go in and you can search and find different types of logos. My business is actually Fearless Strategy LLC, and I think I searched for Fearless, and a lion came up, and I kind of like the idea of having a lion. So if you go to my website, you'll see my little lion logo that I bought on BrandCrowd. And the different artists put their logos there, and you can actually make them an offer, so you don't have to pay what they're asking unless you really, really want it. And after they accept the offer, they'll go in and make any customization you want. And in the download that I mentioned before, and that's going to be in the description, I'm actually going to include my logo guy, the guy I used. I love him. He is awesome. He's made all kinds of changes for me, never charged me any extra, gave me every format I wanted. So I'm going to include that in the download. He doesn't know this. I'm not getting any kickbacks or anything like that. I just think he's really good and I trust him, so I think he'll help you out if you're looking for a logo. Also in that, I'm going to include some stuff about colors and contrast. That's something I'm really interested in. I didn't realize how much I liked marketing and advertising until I started messing around with it. I'm going to include kind of the meanings of different colors, what they transmit as far as the meaning, emotion of your company. And then I'm also going to include some contrast, like different colors that work well together. This can actually help you out if you're going on YouTube with your thumbnails, or if you're going to have a brick and mortar, or even just your website. It'll help you have good colors that work together well and actually stand out and make your logo, your text easy to see and read. So make sure you check that out. All right, so now it's time for today's bonus, and that is an employee identification number. If you're doing a sole proprietorship, you can just use your social security number. But if you're going to do a limited liability company or corporation, you're probably going to want an employee identification number. It's actually free. You can go on the IRS website, and I think it's Monday through Friday from like 7 a.m. till 10 p.m. is the only time you can do it. But it's free. You go in there and you request your employee identification number. They give it to you. It's basically kind of like a social security number for a business, and it allows you to do things like open your bank account. So it's something good to have. And like I mentioned, if you're going to start a business like that, you may want to consider getting a CPA or attorney. But no matter what you do, don't forget to look in that employee identification number. All right, so if you like this video, like it below, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.